into week 8 of TSN Classic Bowl Championship. Randy Peterson alongside. It really has been a terrific 3 weeks of qualification for the 5-person stepladder. Here are the 3 bowlers that have qualified so far: Seton, Sowetnik, and Conrad Merker. They're guaranteed spots. Douglas Yu last week bowled a 219, and he right now is our 5th seed as the highest non-winning score. Look, and I'll be honest with you, at times play has been a little bit iffy, but in those quarterfinal matches, when it came down to the 9th and 10th, everybody came with their A game.
Yeah, everybody stepped it up in the 10th frame, especially if you look at the 3 quarterfinal matches. All 3 matches have been separated by only 15 pins. Yeah. We did have 1 tie. And so that's what I'm looking at. The scores may not be terribly high, but when the players have to, they man up and they step up in the 10th frame and they get it done.
Well, we're going to have 3 man-ups, hopefully here 1 woman-up, as we're going to see Joanne Sanasak from Napierville, Quebec. Those are our 4 players when we come back here on Canada's sports leader, TSN. Who's going to fill that final spot in our championship ladder? We'll know in about an hour. Joe Kayak comes in seated number 4 against number 13, Vincent Trong. City or country?
City.
Are you like country music or rock and roll?
Rock and roll.
Sunrise or sunsets?
Sunrise.
Steak or pasta?
Steak.
You like to go to movies or read books?
Movies.
Comedy or suspense?
Comedy.
Would you drive a van or an SUV?
SUV.
Sedan or convertible?
Convertible.
I thought so. Hockey or baseball?
Hockey.
Good choice. Big Lebowski or Kingpin?
Lebowski.
Oh. Country guy or city guy?
Country guy.
Country music or rock and roll?
Both.
Country guy, country music. That's the way it's supposed to work. Sunrise or sunset?
Sunrise.
Pasta or steak?
Steak.
Books or movies?
Movies.
Suspense or comedy?
Comedy.
You are a funny guy. Van or SUV?
I drive a van, so
Sedan or convertible if you had your choice?
convertible.
Hockey or baseball?
Hockey.
Big Lebowski or Kingpin?
Kingpin.
Week 8, first game. And both bowlers, Kayak and Trong, with early opens. Kayak in 3, Trong in 8. And Vincent Trong from Markham, Ontario, trying to make it 2 in a row. Hit! Yeah!
I think the nerves are gone.
Yeah. And he's going against the veteran in Joe Kayak. Trying to get it back after an open, and he'll wrap it around the 10.
That shot there just a little late on arrival. That's why he left the flat 10. Switches to a urethane bowling ball to cover the 10 pin. His strike ball is a reactive resin ball. Joe.
So back-to-back opens for Kayak, while Trong has thrown back-to-back strikes in 3 and 4. Oh, he got a late trip and a big break. I thought he was wide of that head pin a little bit, and it sort of buried itself in the rack.
Oh, no, you're correct. He is wide of the head pin. It just barely catches enough to tickle the head pin into the sidewall. And then there's a little beatdown party on the 2-pin late. Vincent Trong, who bowled his first perfect game back in April.
okay?
No, it's not
Okay.
okay, Vincent. That was a great shot. It's not okay. Solid 9 on a double? That stinks.
Let it loose. Let it loose.
But he can't be fired up that much.
Stop gripping it.
He can't be.
Well, no, he can't be. And I'm just kind of doing it for him. I mean, that's where he wants to go with that,
Yeah.
but he can't.
He
He's
can't
got to
lose
stay.
it. He's got to keep control of his
Right.
emotion, right?
He's got to keep his composure.
Easy spare.
So he'll pick up the spare in 5, but it's the back-to-back opens for Kayak in 3 and 4, so it's advantage Trong. Kayak with a strike up in 5.
Boss speed, baby. Boss speed. Boss speed. Hit your target.
Vincent Trong, they call him TNT.
That's it. Get lucky.
No luck. Double,
Straight up.
solid 9, 4-pin. Just drifts a bit high, but hey, where's the love? Where's the trip 4? Come on.
No. So looking for back-to-back spares, and he gets it in 6. "44-year-old Joe Kayak out of Mississauga, Ontario. He bowled a 216 to take out Donald Lee in an interesting game for Kayak. He had the open in the first. What is that? Then he marked right out, including 6 strikes. How tough is this? I mean, and I mean this sincerely. That the ball would just do that kind of thing, just would go run straight through that rack and disturb so little.
It's the angle that the ball entered the head pin. Obviously, I mean, how many times have we seen that hit where only one pin stood up, or it was just the 3-6-10? Well, that was a 3-6-10 with the 4-7, making it an extremely difficult split to pick up. His last 4 frames, I mean, he's gotten 1 strike and 3 opens after starting red hot with a double.
It's all or nothing, it seems, for Joe Kayak so far.
There you go. Now he needs to figure out the right lane and put some pressure back on Vincent.
Hang on to the ball.
Let's take a look at his release. You see that hand cup underneath the ball?
Yeah, you're right. The 3 of his 4 strikes have come on the left. Vincent Trong, he lost to Ray Vervink in his qualifier. Bowled a 192, and as we say, he was one of the top 4
Clean here on in.
non-winning scores, and that's how he got into this qualifying round.
Good shot at the top, buddy. This one. What happened last time? Speed.
Always talking to himself.
Love the TNT belt buckle, by the way.
Oh, missed my target. Good break.
I like the self-talk. I tried that, and it never worked for me.
No,
No.
people just thought you were crazy.
Yes, in fact, I just got out of therapy over that kind of stuff. There it is. I love it.
Chance to come back.
So Vincent's nickname TNT. Good cover.
Keeping the ball in play, hitting the pocket with the exception of that shot. But he's covering his spares, he's making his spares, and he's maintaining a 23-pin lead.
Joe Kayak with a strike up in 7 can cut into that lead with a back-to-back. Interesting, Joe, for as big a man as he is, throws only a 14-pound ball. Oh boy.
Be good.
So how much more precise must he be than with the lighter ball? Or can he make up with it with the revolutions and the power?
Exactly. The only time you're really going to see a huge difference, Vic, is if Joe bowls on an extremely long oil pattern, and then the lighter ball is going. You're then going to see a difference from the 14 to 15 pounder.
So there's the difference. 111, 134. Trong with the advantage. Both bowlers with spares up in 8. Hit it high, and what a mess.
All but over for Joe Kayak. And he's got to be extremely disappointed with this performance.
Keep going.
138 through 9. Now, just to give you a sense of, this match play and what it means, go back to the 8 games of qualifying that the 105 bowlers played just to get into the TV round.
Okay, keep it clean.
Joe
keep it
Kayak
clean.
opened with a 135. You can afford it when you're playing a series of games. 8. You can throw it away basically because he came back to grab the 23rd spot of 24 bowlers. When you're at 138 through 9 in a match, in match play format, you can't do that unless your opposition does this.
Well, he just needs some pin count to get into the 170s. He doesn't even need a mark. He needs 9. Will get him to 171. The best Joe Kayak can do is 168.
What am I doing?
So
9 pin.
basically 7 pins is what he needs. 7 pins.
That's enough.
There you go, 7 pins. And Vincent Trong will advance, and he will play either Michael Rakweden or Joanne Sanasak for the 4th spot in our championship ladder. And the number 4 seed, Joe Kayak, will be eliminated. And what a championship it has been so far. We have lost the 1st seed, we have lost the 2nd seed, the 3rd, and now the 4th. Sean Patterson went out. He was seeded number 1 coming in. David Samar, former Canadian champion on TSN, he went out. Ray Vervink, former Canadian champion, seeded number 3, he's out. And now number 4, Joe Kayak, a former champion again on TSN, and he is gone.
It's been just a big beatdown party on the top seeds and the favorites.
Now, we talked in previous weeks about the oil and the effect it had on the
One more frame.
bowlers that play the hook game.
Told you
Did
that
it
practice shot would
affect
come in handy. Yeah.
Kayak, or did Kayak just have a bad game?
I think Kayak just had a bad day. I mean, he started off strong with a double. You see him finishing strong. He made some bad